Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with. The showstopper so hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest, it be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone, I'm bad to the bone. Eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones. And you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long, pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling, squash the scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion, they see in double, they rushing.
Yo, and welcome back to the Texans Fan Battle Podcast. We are your amazing trio. I am Matthew Briggs, and with me, I got my A1 since day one, Mr. Crenshaw. Hey, what's up to the folks?
How y'all doing out there?
And then if you listen to the Twitter Spaces, you know this man very well. He knows his shit. He likes to piss off some people, and especially on the podcast. We got Mr. Brown Chubby Bear himself, BT. What's up, man?
What's going on? Back from the hurricane with power and internet.
We missed you, bro. We missed you. It wasn't the same without you.
I know, man.
It was kind of depressing. It was a good episode, but the people listening probably like, man, these two guys are depressing. Like they've been through some shit, like seen a war or something. So, funny story, real quick before we. My buddy shared this post on Facebook. There's a haunted manor in Tennessee. It's called like the McCaney Manor or something like that. If you spend 10 hours there, they give you $20,000. But it's not like a haunted house. Like they torture you. Like they can drag you by your hair. They can pull your teeth out. They can waterboard you. And one of my buddies said, bro, they torture you. I said, I'm a Texans fan. Nobody can do any worse than that. So, you know. But guys, moving on. Let's start off with some NFL news. Let's kind of piggyback what we started off last week. Tua got hurt with a concussion again, not a back injury, like I said before. But Congress has released a statement, if you will. I don't know really what you want to call it, but they want every record that they have of Tua to see if there's some foul play. And also, I don't know, but BT said there was some comments made by Joe Burrow, so I'll let BT kick it off. BT, what's it?
Yeah, so Joe Burrow was basically saying that concussions are a part of football and that he has had on multiple occasions played right after concussion and blacked out during a game multiple times. So the way that he was talking about it was it's just part of football. So, I don't know how other players are going to react and say things, but that's what Burrow was saying.
Well, you had Andrew Whitworth pretty much said the same thing. He said they all on the test, they all knew pretty much the answer and what to do to make it look like you don't have a concussion. So I can see where he's coming from. Is it right? No, but I can see. Crenshaw, what you got?
I didn't hear the comments. The concussion. It is a part of football. I guess most guys rather get a concussion than a leg injury. So it's going to happen, quite often. So, I mean, hey, you're getting paid, so take the concussion. You'll be all right, I think.
Right. For now, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, that's
right.
why I said I think.
Right. You don't know what's going to happen for, 10.
But it's crazy because, those guys that want their legs taken out, they say, hit me high, don't hit me low. So it's like, okay, if you guys was playing, do you rather them to take your legs out or hit you in the head? Which one do you guys prefer?
I'd rather get hit in the legs.
So would I, because I'd rather have my brain. But I can understand why they say that, because they think they can play a lot longer, if their head is damaged versus their legs. But
Plus, I mean, and plus, if they're saying hit me high, they're probably talking about like in the chest or the shoulders, But yeah, I don't want to get hit in the head. I mean, see, I had a couple concussions. They're not very fun at all.
Oh yeah.
So I guess more power to you there, Joe Burrow. I guess they call you Icy Joe for a reason. Moving on, former great Texan J.J. Watt I guess somebody was going to leak out the information, so he jumped out in front of it. He went to AFib, where his heartbeat was off rhythm and had to be shocked back into place. He played this Sunday. After the game at the press conference, he was kind of emotional, especially spoken about his unborn child. Chris, I'll start with you, man. What do you think? What's your thoughts on this whole thing? Were you a J.J. Watt fan when he was here?
I mean, who wasn't? We all was. When he first got drafted, no one liked him. We all booed him because we wanted Nick Fairley. That's what we wanted. It was like, who the hell is this J.J. Watt guy? Tight end turned defensive end. We don't want this guy. We want Nick Fairley. He's got to play in the national championship game. That's what we want. And then he won our hearts. As rookie year. He won our hearts. I mean, then he got the pick 6 against Andy Dalton in the playoffs, and ever since then, it's been a beast. So, of course, I'm a J.J. Watt fan. Raised money and everything. I thought when they built Highway 99, I thought they named after J.J., but it was named after somebody else, I think it's about time for him to hang it up, man. He got his wife. I think she's pregnant now. She had a baby, something like that. Just go be a family man. Go do TV, because that's what you want to do anyway. You want to be on TV. You want to be out in the scene. Just get on TV, bro. Stop playing. Sign a one-day contract with the Texans, so you retire the Texans. We'll put you in the Hall of Fame over here, and just get ready for 5 more years, and you'll be in Coopertown. Well, not Coopertown, Canton, Ohio. That's how I feel about it.
BT?
Yeah, I really couldn't agree more. I mean, the press conference was very emotional, obviously, when he was talking about his AFib, and then the whole thing about how he reacted when he knew that a child's on the way, and that something could potentially put his life at risk, and he wants to be a family man. I couldn't agree more with Crenshaw that he really should hang it up, and I do think that he will come back here to retire a Texan, and he'll be celebrated just as he should, frankly. And I think it is time that he just kind of gives it up. I mean, in my opinion, it's also, I don't think he has as much juice as obviously like he used to with with all the injuries and stuff. So at this point, it's just a matter of time. I think this is the last season. I don't know if he'll stop in the middle of the season, but he stopped. I think he will stop. I think Coles Beasley kind of made that decision as well, right? Like he said, I'm retiring today. And he said that reason was for his family and stuff. And I think you're going to see this. I think you when you saw this happen to Tua as well, and then this thing happened to J.J. Watt, I think this is going to influence some of these vets like Cole Beasley and others to say it's time to hang it up now. Time to spend time with my family. I'm rich enough. I'm smart enough. And God damn it, people like me. All right.
Well, everybody except for Tom Brady. He doesn't want nothing to do with his family. He's a fuck you guys. I'm out. Well, moving on. Well, before we move on, I agree with you guys. Real quick, y'all think he's a Hall of Famer, J.J. Watt?
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer because the media loved him. They're going to vote him in. I mean, this is the guy who was on all the commercials. He was like Mr. Everything, So yeah, they're going to vote him in. But let me ask you guys a question: do you guys can recall any player getting his heart, shocked during a season like that?
No.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't getting it shocked back is kind of rare, but I'll tell you getting an AFib is actually not that rare. Right. Usually, so a decade ago, I had an AFib. They didn't do anything. They just said, "You have an AFib. We'll watch you," and that's about it. And then I never really had an issue with it again. So it's not an uncommon thing. There's millions of people in the United States that have it that just live completely and utterly normal lives.
I think with him, I could be wrong, but the reports is that he collapsed on the field because of the AFib, and that's why he had to be shocked. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that's what happened. That's what the reports are saying. So who knows? But yeah, I never heard it be done in football. So
Yeah.
yeah. I agree with you. I think he's a 3-time defensive player of the year, runner up for MVP.
Should have been an MVP.
I was about to say, in my opinion, he's done things people have never done. So yeah, I hope he gets it. Well, guys, moving on. Ever since this podcast started, me and Crenshaw and B came in at the end. We always talk about one pervert, and we were getting tired of it and getting tired of it and getting tired of it. Well, guys, we got a new pervert in town. Antonio Brown went to Dubai, and for some reason, he said, "Hey guys, look at my junk," and showed a whole bunch of people in the pool. And then I guess got in a Twitter beef with Tom Brady as well, from what I heard. BT, I kick off to you. What's your thoughts about this?
I mean, part of me wants to just laugh. I mean, he showed his junk, he showed his butt, and it's obviously uncalled for. But that's AB. It's almost like I almost expect this from him. What I didn't expect was him to tweet out of a picture of him and Giselle hugging. Like that's kind of crazy. Tom Brady really took care of you. You lived in his house. He fought for you, and this is the way you're going to treat him.
Got you a Super Bowl.
Got you a Super Bowl ring. Got you paid, and now you treat him like he's your worst enemy. I don't get it. I don't get AB at all. There's not more I can say.
Crenshaw?
I think what's happened to AB, he's hanging with Kanye West too much. And I think Kanye's influence has rubbed off against him, have him doing crazy shit. Because Kanye do crazy shit. Now AB's doing crazy shit. So that shit was uncomfortable. It almost like it was staged because the cameraman was like right there when he showed his ass and everything. So I don't know, man, but he need to chill out, man. Because like I say, you could beef with me, but you don't bring in the family into a beef. No, the family kids are always off limits. Your beef is with me. Just talk about me. So I think he need to chill out. I mean, he was one of the greatest, wide receivers we ever seen. He could have went down as probably a top 5, top 4 wide receiver of all time. But since he left Pittsburgh, he ain't been the same, man.
Yeah.
So I guess it's time for him to put that shit on somewhere else.
Well, let me ask you a question, Crenshaw, because I know you're married. I don't know V's situation, but you're married. You and your wife go to Dubai for a vacation, and you see Antonio Brown whoop his dick out in front of your wife. Are you fighting?
Nah.
What? Oh, I am. I scared my wife, my kids,
because he whooped it out. He ain't trying to put it in her. So
right.
I just find it like a sign of disrespect, bro. Like, come on, man, not in front of my old lady. You know what I'm saying?
But it's no difference when you watching it on TV, though. You know what I'm saying? You watching it on TV.
I want to watch it. I'm watching it. I choose to watch it. You know what I mean? I choose to watch that movie. I didn't choose to watch fucking.
Put it like this.
Hey,
in Dubai, they do things like that in Dubai, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's like natural to be out there showing that and showing this. So he and his, he like, hey, I'm adapting to my habitat right now. That's what he was doing. But it was out of pocket. Now maybe if my kid was there, that's a little different. But old lady there, I mean, nah, it ain't nothing. Because, if it was the other way around, if it was some, a female, like, oh, I'm going to look, so.
Well, before we move on, I think it's the CTE. I think that's what puts them off the edge. When he got hit by, who was that, Bercificate, whatever, however you say his last name. Yeah. Yeah, when he got hit by him, I think he jarred his brain a little too far, and the guy just hasn't been the same. So, he's a character, man. I'll tell you that. Well, fellas, a fan favorite. Let's start off with a little bit of happiness. Most impressive game. Crenshaw, speak to me. What is your most impressive game?
Most impressive.
Team. I'm sorry, team, not game.
Okay, most impressive team, man. This will be the second time I've said this team has been impressive, and it's the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, they did pretty good.
They put up 48 points with Geno freaking Smith as the quarterback. I don't know how to. I understand they play against the Lions. Lions got a 32nd ranked defense, but they put up 48 points. Can we put up 48 points?
Right. Please. There's one game.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So I find it very, very, very impressive, man. So
Before
Seattle.
Before I ask BTs, did you see this? What happened to Seattle's game? DK got carted off.
Oh yeah, when he wants to go to the bathroom? Yeah.
Yeah, he got carted off to go to the bathroom. He's like, hey, Garcon, I gotta go pee. Come on. So, all right, BT, speak to me, brother.
They should keep a porta potty on the sideline.
On the sideline, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't, honestly, but so I'll actually say the opposite team, the Lions, and the reason is because this is a team that has struggled for a long time, and they literally have one of the most explosive offenses in the league right now. So, of course, many people did not expect the Seahawks to do that well, but how many people really expected the Lions to really come out of this strong? And yes, they didn't win. It was a close game. You could also blame that third down call when they stopped the play because the clock was wrong, right? You could also blame the fact that they had a replacement kicker. I don't think they deserve to lose. I don't know if you could say either team, frankly, deserved to lose, but it was a good game.
Plus they had Swift and St. Brown out.
True.
So,
true.
I mean, they still made it a hell of a game. They almost came back. So
right.
Yeah. So.
And the one thing I want to just say also, not only was that game impressive, but can you guys imagine how more explosive they're going to be when J-Mo comes back? When J-Mo comes back, honestly, everyone told me I was crazy in the offseason when I said the Dolphins are going to kick ass this year. And I know we have the situation of Tua right now. So we'll figure out what happens. But everyone called me crazy when I said that about Dolphins. And I'm saying this right now. There is a chance that that the Vikings win the division and that the Lions win the wild card. And because I have I already have my my worst game of there, even though the team won, but I'll wait before I say that.
All right. Well, my most impressive, man, I gotta go with Kansas City, only for one reason. Patrick Mahomes is something special to watch. I don't know if y'all watched that game, but there was one play where he almost got tackled from behind, and he spin out of that, was gonna run it, and then spin it out again right before he hit the line of scrimmage. He's just like
touchdown.
Michael Jordan flicked it, like it hitting a three right to the running back for a touchdown. Like, dude, if only, man, if only we could have got him. Oh, that would have been great. But yeah, Kansas City's mine.
He thought he was coming here.
Yeah,
Andy Reid wanted to jump us.
Yeah, he was very excited to come here too, so that would have been a plus. All right, fellas, BT, starting with you.
Wait, hold on. Let's back a little bit. So, this is a quick question for both of you guys. Would you guys rather have like an explosive offense like the Lions and still lose, or keep with our 16 points a game offense and lose?
Obviously, have more explosive.
Yeah, because that
make the game more funner, right?
Well, not just that, but it gives me hope. It gives
exactly.
Yeah.
Because you could be down, but you could be down with only 15 seconds left. You're down by a score. There's a chance. Right now, when you watch a game, if we have 30 seconds left, you're like, all right, the game's over. But if there's even just 15 seconds left now, you're still watching because you're like, something could happen, right? Or he could pull a rabbit out of his ass.
But don't get me wrong. Like these games where we are losing by 3, by 10, or whatever, and only scoring 20 the most, it's giving me hope too, because our defense is keeping us in. I'm really impressed with our defense. So I do like where we're heading. I just don't like where we're at right now. But we'll get more into that. But yeah, I want to explosive offense.
All right.
So that it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Most disappointing.
All right. Talk about the Texans. BT, most disappointing. Who you got?
So obviously I talked about my favorite with the team losing. I'm going to say my disappointing is with the team winning. Green Bay. All right. So they're going against the Patriots. They're going against their third string quarterback and still had to win the game in overtime with the field goal. Christian Watson finally got a touchdown, so that was cool. But overall, Green Bay just doesn't seem like they're the same Green Bay that we've known. Obviously, they don't have Adams. They've lost a lot of pieces, with injuries and again with Adams. But Rodgers just doesn't look like himself. It's rare that he throws a pick. So when you see a pick, you know something's off. So watching Green Bay, it was quite disappointing, frankly.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Crystal, what you got?
Man, more disappointed, man, and they've been disappointed all year, man. It got to be the Saints.
They're. I guess they won one game because we're the only team that got lost.
Yeah, they won. Shit, because they came back and beat Atlanta. But I thought the Saints going to be a little better than what they are, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the coach should have stayed on the defense. They should have had an offensive coach. I don't know. I understand Winston is hurt. Kamara didn't play, but it's still the Saints. You seeing the Saints with a record like this in the first month. So I got to go with the Saints, man. But the rookie they got over there, wide receiver, he's impressive. But other than that, I don't see nothing over there.
I'm glad you brought up the Falcons because that's going to help me with my most disappointing. And I'm glad they're mostly disappointing. That's the Cleveland Browns. Keep it up, guys. You go ahead and you be disappointing all season long. I'm okay with it. But yes, the Cleveland Browns. I just even without Deshaun or anybody, they should have beat the Falcons. I don't think the Falcons are that good of a team, and to lose in the way they lost, disappointing. Very disappointing. Well, guys, let's talk about why we're here. Chargers at Texans. 34-24. Chargers walked away with the victory. Slow start. We kind of made a game, and then we disappeared again. Crenshaw, man, I'll jump off with you, brother. What did you think? Make sense.
Before I even must sit down, it was an interception. I'm walking down the stairs, and it's an interception. I'm like, what the hell happened? I'm like, what's going on? But, once again, pressure got to him, got the interception. We got down big. I'm not just gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it up 100. I was gonna leave at halftime because I'm like, damn, we're not gonna come back on this game right here. And then it just when Pierce got that long touchdown run, it gave me a little hope. To let's stay and wait it out. But man, we just looking flat, man. We looking like the old Texans team come out looking flat. We don't see what's going on. Like Mills, man, I don't know what's going on with his feet. Why they just keep getting happy? I don't know why he keep getting the happy feet. And Pep Hamilton, I think it's time for Love to say, you know what? I call the plays. Since you can't call the plays, I will call the plays because I can't do no worse than what you're doing. Or they might need to get the passing game coordinator, what's his name, Ben McDaniels, to come and call the plays because Pep is not doing his job. It just the whole thing. We haven't played a complete game yet. I mean, the defense only could do so much, but the offense got to help out, man. But you can't put yourself in a big hole like that and trying to come back and win it. And we almost came back and won because we got to thank DeAndre Carter for coughing up the ball, giving it back to us. We're used to him saying that. But see, that was Mills' moment again to hey, that's my clutch moment. Put the team up. So that's 4 games in a row. He could have. Put the team up, clutched it.
But settle for field goal instead.
Yeah, we settled for field goals and everything. And speaking of field goals, what's up with that first kick? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was way off.
I thought it got blocked.
Yeah.
Like what's going on? But it just I feel like, I'm tired of Rex Burkhead. Pierce need more carries. He only have 14 carries. He need more carries. The rumors were true about Kyle Allen was coming into the game. He was warming up, and Dameon Pierce, waiting for that long touchdown, and set him back down or whatever. But overall, man, we just got to do better all across the board, man. Blocking got to be better. The passes got to be better. The routes got to be more crispy. We should have beat them. I don't think the Chargers is as good as they say they are. I don't care who was out. You still had your quarterback there. I don't think they're that good. Basically, that's all I got about the game, man.
All right. Well, Mr. VT, what you got?
So I got a few things. So the thing is, now that Rex Burkhead got a touchdown, we're going to see more of him than we have seen before. And that's the case. So unfortunately, we're not going to see less of Rex. We're going to see more of Rex. Nobody likes that. I frankly want to see more of Dare. I don't know why we're not. I am I saying I'm losing trust in overall coaching? I haven't lost trust in Casero Lovey, but I have been losing trust in Pep. Pep hasn't really shown me enough yet to where I think that he deserves to come back next year. Obviously, it's still early. We still got more games to go, so I hope that he can change. What I will say from a somewhat of a positive perspective is that they actually did engage Pierce more in the passing game, something they haven't really done in the other previous games. So it wasn't only Rex out there. They did put Pierce out there in some of the passing game. Mills was throwing more deep passes than he did in the past. It's just not enough. It just seems like the baby steps that they're taking are taking too long. Because I know that we're in a rebuild. I just rather see the progression be a little faster. Because there were some bright moments, but the problem is there's a lot of shit moments too. And as much as I want, obviously, Davis Mills to succeed, but I do think now that it is his time to show it up. Now the thing is that I have to keep remembering, telling myself is that he still doesn't have the weapons that he needs. There was a play where you could tell when after he threw to Nico and it looked like he threw to the left about like a foot or two, that he was like looking at Nico. Like it looked like that wasn't the route that they thought that was going to happen. Like, there was some lack of chemistry between them. More missed 2 passes, dropped 2 passes, right? Like, so you still have issues here that are going on with the receivers, and there's a lot of blame to go around. There's blame to go with Pep. There's blame to go with Mills. There's blame to go with receivers. Pierce, though, is a bright spot. 131 yards, almost 9 yards per carry. That 75-yard run made me so happy to absolutely see that. But the bottom line is that we definitely need more chemistry between Mills, the receivers, and better play calling. And I don't understand why Pep makes some of these calls. The whole thing we're on a 4th and 1. So yeah, he's going to try to throw it deep. And then Mac comes out and just slams Mills to the ground. Why? What was the point of that? I don't get that. On a 4th and 1, just trot out Pierce. Like, what was the point of
we refuse. That's I don't understand. Even on 3rd and 1, we refuse to give it to Pierce. We always give it to Burkhead, and then we try this crazy ass pass play. Like, why not give it to your
on that pass play, John, pay attention to the fullback. He didn't block anybody. He just stood
behind. Near to the running back. Near to Burkhead.
It just stayed behind there. I don't know, I don't know what was going on with their play. They could have brought in. Well, I don't know if Driscoll was active, but Driscoll could have ran that 1 yard. On bootleg or something.
Easily.
Well, it was so close. You do a quarterback sneak and we picked it up. I mean,
right.
Come on.
I mean, there's so many other opportunities. Like, why are you doing this there? You know what Mac is capable of doing. And the thing is, if you look at that play, he ran straight ahead. There was no, he wasn't even touched. Mac literally was open. He could just do whatever the hell he wanted to do. So I don't get what was going on at all. So sometimes when I watch different plays.
Let me ask you something, fellas, without looking it up. How many 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s have we completed?
Maybe 0.
I mean, we're like at a 25% rate, right? Overall,
we're 0 on 3rd and 1s and 4th and 1s. We are 0%.
3rd and 1, not 3rd downs. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah.
3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. When we're 1 yard from 1st down, we are 0%. That come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. That to me, that's on Pep. I don't care what. Yeah, I don't care what you think of Mills, what you think of anybody. Burkhead, that's on Pep. Like, come on, man. You got to do better. But go ahead. Finish what you got to say, B.
Yeah, so the thing is, we knew that we weren't going to be great this season. So that's what I keep telling myself. Hey, right now we're trying to evaluate players. My issue is if we're evaluating players at this point, can we evaluate Tyler Johnson? Can we evaluate Dare? Can we evaluate some of the people that are on our squad? I mean, we just let go of Farrah Brown. So, we let go of Chris Conley. We are finally saying, okay, these players aren't actually doing anything for us, so let's get them out of here. Good. So let's get some other people playing.
There's actually some people on the waiver line I wouldn't mind picking up, like Isabella, Corey Coleman from the Chiefs.
He just got picked up by the
Ravens.
Ravens.
By the Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, but
See, I
but
mean,
Corey
there's-
Coleman's still out there. Corey Coleman.
I wouldn't mind Corey Coleman. I mean, anything's better than what we got. Right? Am I right? I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
That's true. Yeah, but yeah, it is hard to evaluate the players because I'm still not sold on Nico. I mean, I'm like, is he good? Is he not good? It's real hard, but I don't understand.
Especially when you find out that play that Mills, everybody thought Mills overthrew him. It was actually Nico in the wrong position. Nico came back instead of keep going. Yeah,
Yeah.
So it was Nico's fault, and of course Mills made some bad plays, but again, the Mills haters are going to dissect every play, and of course that's going to be one they're going to talk about. But that was on Nico, so I'm not sold on Nico quite yet at all, really.
Yeah, it's almost like they're gonna wait till the last month of the season and put Delray out there, more Tyler Johnson, more of the other guys on the practice squad last month of the season. I mean, if we lose Sunday, these guys is gonna hang it up. I mean, they're gonna go to the bye and they're not gonna play hard anymore. So
Right.
that's what it is, right there, man. They just like, all right, look, man, I ain't gonna go out there and play hard. They got it.
Right.
So.
Oh well, my take of the game is, I hate to say this, fellas. I think you're going to be pretty upset with me, but I'm ready to move on from Mills. Now, hold on. That doesn't mean I want to go out and pick up a person with the first round draft pick. I don't want that. I think Stroud's very overrated, and I don't believe in Bryce Young. But what I'm saying is,
He called him Strawberry.
no, Bryce Young. I just don't believe in him.
Oh,
But,
they call him Strawberry.
No.
Oh,
But what's called? I say we use Mills' rookie year as a stepping stone to make this team better. First round, go get some defensive players. Go get a nose tackle. Go get an edge. Go get a fucking receiver, please. Can we get one of the top receivers in the draft this year, please? I want an Andre Johnson, a DeAndre Hopkins. I'm tired of these Jacoby Jones, Nico Browns. I'm done. I'm over it. D-Rare, Posey.
all these Kevin
Right.
Walters.
Right. Only even Kevin Walter was decent. These guys ain't even decent. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's like a Braxton Miller all over again.
Oh man,
Like-
Braxton.
Like Jalen Strong. Like, quit. Let's go after these young top prospects instead of these hidden gems. But yes, we use Mills, bring him back. Who knows? He might ball out. He might not. We're in the rebuild, fellas. And that way, 2024, we can go after a quarterback. If that means trading for one, if that means drafting one, if that means going for one in free agency, or do like what Crenshaw wants to do, go pick up Huntley. Well, I mean, I doubt they let him go, but as a bigger chance in 2024, especially if you don't sign this long-term contract, Lamar Jackson. Bring him today. I'll take him in a heartbeat. So
See, you gotta see. Like, I know it ain't about the fans. It's about what they think. But you gotta
Right.
get somebody behind a quarterback that the city gonna have buzz about.
mhm.
And I feel like if you get Huntley, it'll be buzz. If you get CJ Stroud, it'll be buzz. You get Bryce Young, even though he's small, it'll be buzz. You gotta get somebody that they're gonna have buzz about, and the whole fan base, gonna
Look. So I
into it.
think Bryce Young is going to be another Mac Jones, which I don't want to touch. I think CJ Stroud is going to be another Justin Fields. I don't want to touch. I just think there's better talent maybe in the later rounds. That guy from Kentucky seems like his stock is dropping. If you want to take a side on him, go ahead. But first of all, before we do any kind of quarterback moving, we need to get rid of one piece. And you know what that piece is? That's Pep Hamilton. I do not want no new QB coming under his system. I don't think he's the OC we thought he was. I think the whole city of Houston was fooled, thinking he was actually a legit OC.
So, all right. So let me give you my thoughts here. Right now, I'm not off the Mills train. I'm not necessarily still a Mills truther. I'm still wait and see. And here, let me tell you why.
I am too. I thought he was our franchise, but I can see he's not. So.
Well, all right. So let me say this. Right now, we have a dude that played 11 games in college, hasn't played a full NFL season. If people made this type of decision on Manning, Josh Allen, Tua, Jalen Hurts, they'd all be career backups. So I understand the frustration. Obviously, I'm a fan as well, and it fucking sucks to keep losing. But at the same time, if you can't figure out what is the actual reason why is he not able to succeed, then whatever quarterback you have here, yeah, we're going to win some games, but then we'll be a 7-10 team. What I think we have is we have a situation where we have so many holes, and we have the team collapsing at the wrong time. You know, like and it's not just Mills, it's Mills, it's the O-line, it's the receivers, and it's the play calling.
110%, 110%.
And so this is what I think. I think what we need to do is we definitely need to have something stirring up the pot with Pep. Now, I don't know, Crenshaw, if you're right, saying you want to have Lovey or Ben take over there, but I do think that honestly, it's got to go up to the Caserio level, saying what the hell is going on. The thing is that people credit Pep with a QB coaching, but when he was the OC at the Colts, he left, right? Like now you could say that he left to go become the head coach at Michigan, right? But the whole thing.
He actually
it was the DC, right? It was the head coach from the DC. Sorry, my bad. So he became the head coach for DC, and the thing that is, people say, "Oh, he left to do that," but I don't know. Do you really think that it was his decision to go there? Like he could have stayed in the NFL and decided to leave to an alternative freaking league. Like I don't think that was his decision.
Well, no, it wasn't. He didn't go to the XFL then. He went to the Browns and became their assistant coach. And
that's right. Coach. And then he went to and then he went to DC. That's right.
But no, I don't know who you want to listen to. But Colts fans said that he was ran out, and right after him, so was Chuck Pagano. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
I mean, that's why they always talk about Herbert and Luck. Don't talk about the other quarterbacks that Pep Hamilton was coaching. Why don't talk about those guys?
Because they're not that good.
Right.
They only talk about those two, man.
Who was the Browns quarterback in 2017?
Was it Baker Mayfield?
I don't know.
Or it was Josh Freeman or something?
No, I can't remember.
I think wasn't it like one of the guys from USC or something like that? I don't
remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But if I get back on this, I mean, like, here's the thing: Pep hasn't really showed anything, in my opinion, that showed that he was going to be a great OC. We hyped him up. Obviously, in the offseason, we were so distraught. You know, we lost Deshaun Watson, we lost J.J. Watt, we lost Hopkins, we lost everybody. So the minute that we're getting some quality people, we just hyped up everybody, and we hyped up Pep Hamilton, and what we were sold a false bill of goods, in my opinion, and I think we're seeing the result of that. Oh, hey, how's it going?
And we are now just watching Mr. Texan Great himself, Mr. Amori Corey has joined us. How you doing, boss?
Good, man. Good. How y'all doing?
We could be talking about a W, but you know, it is.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you great. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Well,
Amori, we already talked about it. Well, give us your take about the game. What was your take?
Well, I was there, and let another one go, because we had the game. And in my opinion, we did. Like we could have won that. At least towards the end, we showed like we were
after that fumble.
We had an opportunity to win. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
especially after that fumble recovery, we could have took.
Defense. I mean, of course, is lovely. So you expect the defense to ball. Defense, I think defense has been doing pretty good in my opinion. It's just frustrating, man. It's frustrating.
So, what's your opinion on Mills? Are you ready to move on, or give him one more year?
I mean, if we're gonna move on here, what is gonna be better out there? Like,
right.
Right. So it's like,
ain't be in the same
it's
spot.
Not something that's just for sure better. Then I'm not ready to move on.
Yeah, and then
I mean,
yeah.
Let's wait till game 8.
Right.
I through the season, and then we can really assess them.
All right. Well, fellas, before we move on,
I got a question. Hold on, I got a question for you, Moby. So, do players in the locker room talk about like giving up on a team, quitting, not giving they all? Do they do that in the locker room?
Talk about if you feel like somebody else is doing it, or you personally like.
No, like okay, like say for instance you're playing and you're not winning. You're not, like right now the Texans not winning. They keep on losing. Do guys just quit on the team, quit on the coach? Do they do that? They talk about that, or they still play 110%?
No. In the especially in the pros, they everybody you're getting paid for as a job. So most guys don't quit. They try their best.
Respect. Anything else you got about the game before we move on?
I mean, I was definitely impressed about the running attack. We just gotta sharpen up a little bit on the passing, and defensively, he had a solid game. I'll give him a A- to be honest with you. So it's right there, man. It's right there.
It's right there.
I'm part of the AFC South.
Damn itches, like they say, right?
Right. I'm part of the AFC South fan battle, and when we talk about the Texans, I gotta say, the one thing we do have is heart. Like we are losing, but we're losing. I mean, not by much. Like just a play different, So we're almost like I agree with you, Moby. We're almost there. So guys, moving on. Jaguars.
Well, quarter of the seasoning. Well, I guess we're now at the 17 games. You can call it a quarter, but I still see it as a quarter. We'll see, man. We'll see. They for sure got a light the fire. They know what.
Right. Well, Jaguars at Texans. Moby, you know this team very well. I mean, you played them twice a year for so many years. What's your take and is there a different hype to this game because it's a team that you know very well?
We're playing at home again this week?
Jags.
No, on the road.
On the road, right.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on the road? Or we're at home?
Yeah, we're on the road.
Okay.
We're on the road.
Whoops.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we're playing Jaguars at Jacksonville then.
Jacksonville, they got some studs now, and I really like the quarterback for Clemson,
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. I like his game. I just think that he had a very, very. I mean, the way he handled last year with Urban Myers, that he's. As a rookie, I would hate to be in that situation.
Right.
But they got a good squad. They got the Robinson, the running back. They got what did they get Kurt from
Arizona.
Yeah. Defensively, the Allen kid is pretty good as well. So,
and Walker's not looking too bad. Their first overall pick is not looking too bad either.
Walker's looking actually really damn good.
Yeah.
Man, as a defensive lineman, man. Ooh, that play right there.
And for how big he is too, man. He's no small boy.
That you dream about plays like that as a defensive lineman.
Yeah.
To actually have it happen, like, whew, that was athletic.
But I'm always playing a team in your division. Is it different than regular game?
For sure.
That hype around it.
Oh yeah, because it counts as 2.
Okay.
those division games counts as as two. That's why like when we tied with the Colts in the first week one, it was kind of like okay, this it doesn't count as a win, doesn't count as a loss. It's kind of like phew.
Right.
But nah, this is a big game. The Texans have to win this game.
Well,
Have to. The Jaguars, they've won. What's their record?
2-2.
See?
Yeah, they're looking pretty good. Out of the three teams, out of Tennessee, Indianapolis, and Jacksonville, who do you think is the Texans' biggest rival of all time?
I would have to say Tennessee.
Tennessee.
That's because it was the Oilers leaving here and going over there.
To this day, I still say fuck Bud Adams to this day, but gotta move on. I don't want to sound like a salty ex, so All right. Well, Crenshaw, real quick, Amobi, what's your prediction of the game? We pull out a W, or do we lose again in the tight one?
Honestly, I think this is the game that we finally get it all together.
Awesome. I love to hear that.
I really think this is all the game. This is the game we get it all together. I see Mills really having a good game this week.
I hope so. Crenshaw.
I can see it. It should be a good one. It should be a good one. I think defensively, they're gonna give Trevor Lawrence a fit.
Yeah, I think they're equally matched on defense too. So it's gonna be a great show. Crenshaw.
All right. We is it 8-0 or 6-0 against the Jaguars last couple of years? What is it?
8-0 since 2017.
8-0.
Okay, 8-0. So 8-0. So apparently we got their number. But the Jaguars Sunday against the Eagles was impressive, man. 5 turnovers and you still lose by a touchdown. That's very impressive to me.
And in the rain too.
In the rain, yeah, man. In the rain. Devin Lloyd has been a beast, man. It's gonna be between Devin Lloyd and Petrie gonna be defensive rookie of the years to me. Those two guys put on the show. I wanna say we're gonna lose, but I just feel like we're gonna win because the Jags gonna be the Jags, and we're gonna bring them back down to earth. They're gonna be 2-3. We're gonna be 1-3-1. So I'm predicting the Texans win. I feel like we're gonna
make more sense of urgency for us to win.
Yeah. And I feel like we're going to put some points this game. I think it's going to be 27-17 game. I think we're going to beat them by 10, man.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to give a score.
What's your score then?
I'd say like 24-20. Texans.
Ooh, okay. All right. I like it. BT, talk to me, brother.
So I think that we're going to really have an issue with Trayvon Walker. I think that they have the 4th best pass rush in the league. That is going to cause problems, and we know we definitely have problems defending against the pass rush, particularly in the second half. So that's something that we're going to have to worry about. So to me, that's a big issue. I think a lot of people saw last week with the amount of turnovers that Trevor Lawrence have, but obviously, it was raining. I mean, the weather wasn't great either. So let's put that out there as well. So I think Trevor Lawrence, I hate to say this, but that Trevor Lawrence is looking damn good this year. It pains me to say this, hurts my soul, but Trevor Lawrence is looking good. The Jags are looking good this year. This is going to be a really tight one. Damn it, Emo. Damn it. But yes, I have James Robinson in my fantasy. So why? And this is why I think, unfortunately, I try to be the positive one sometimes, but this is why I think we'll lose, is because our run defense is non-existent. We talked about the Chargers game, but one thing we didn't say is that when we were coming back up, Eckler, who didn't have a touchdown all year, who had 2 years, 2 yards per carry, all of a sudden had 3 touchdowns in one game and nearly 5 yards per carry. Our run defense is absolute shit. So I think if they're gonna run James Robinson and Travis Etienne down our throat, that is going to be the killer, along with the fact that they have actually got receiving weapons and Trevor Lawrence can actually pass now. He's not overthrowing, which is what he did all season last year.
Didn't we
So
have an injury on defense too?
I'm sorry.
Didn't we have like an injury on defense? Did somebody get hurt on defense this last game?
Stingley, his arm
Yeah,
got hurt
yeah.
twice. So once got hurt. Once it happened with Titus Howard, and then I forgot I forgot who. It
He
was
fell
again
on-
someone else.
He fell out when he was trying to make a tackle.
Yeah.
So
Desmond King hit his arm.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. So it was Howard and then Desmond King, right? If I remember correctly. So yeah, so he's hurt as well. But according to Lovey, he should be okay. But there's actually 10 injuries right now. So I looked at because they had a walkthrough today. They said if they practice, what would it be? So there's over 10 injuries right now. So we're also banged up quite a bit. So I'm gonna say that based on the fact that we have no run defense, based on the fact that we're banged up, and Pep is still not calling the correct plays, I say we lose. Now I'm not saying we get blown out or anything, but I think it's gonna be something like 28-35 Jags, and I think it's gonna be right around there. I don't think it's gonna be crazy low scoring on either side, but I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
All right. Well, to kind of piggyback off what you said about our run defense, the Jags run defense is ass too. Miles Sanders had a huge game Sunday, and I think Pierce is the better running back than Sanders. So I think Pierce is going to have a hell of a game again. I say he's going to have a 2-touchdown game. But I don't like losing to the Jags because I have to hear it from Sam all the time. So I'm going to say it's going to be the Texans 28-24. So hopefully don't come on, guys. Don't let me down this year, all right? 8-0 since 2017. All right, guys. Well, moving on to our last part of the show, another fan favorite. What is your hot take? I start with you, VT. Quickly, what is your hot take of this game?
So my hot take is that Stingley will finally have a damn interception. I think he's going to come back from injury because Lovey said he's healthy, so he will play. And if he does, he'll finally have an interception. Right now, Stingley hasn't been looking all that great, particularly in zone. When using man coverage, he actually looks good. But he's gotten a decent amount of yards past him. And I think, it's time for him to step up his game. And I really just want him to get an interception at this point. I need to see him on the board.
Gotcha. Crenshaw, speak to me, brother.
My hot take would be Davis Mills throw a touchdown pass to Dameon Pierce since he don't like throwing him the ball out the backfield. So throw one to Dameon Pierce, man. Hot take.
I'll take it. I'll take that. Amobi, what you got, man?
I actually think with the way Dameon ran the ball last week, they're going to focus on him. So I see Cooks balling out.
Okay. All right. What do you say? 2 touchdown game? 1 touchdown game?
At two touchdowns.
All right. I think you might be right, Amobi. They might be focusing. I know I said he's going to get 2 touchdowns, but my hot take, Dameon Pierce runs 3 touchdowns.
Damn.
He's going to have a career game, and he's going to put some respect on the Rookie of the Year. Kansas City.
That'll be great.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's that time where we say goodbye. But before we do,
Hold
is there
on.
any last words? Go ahead.
Yeah,
brother.
I got last word. So Moby, earlier in the show we were talking about concussions and everything. What's your take on concussions? Like as a player, do you ready to get hit high or you ready to get hit low?
It's crazy you mentioned that because I was going to mention that before we leave it out too. Because the doctor that Will Smith acted as in a concussion, that's my blood cousin.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he's been on a lot of shows. He's been in the media lately, a lot talking about the Tua situation, and man, they definitely handled that pretty good.
No,
And
not at all.
but Tua himself, I understand as players, like we feel invincible and we always want to play, but in today's day and age, especially with all of my cousin's findings, you got to be more careful and just pull yourself out regardless. Like life is much more important than football.
Yeah.
What's up,
sure.
Brian?
For
So I
sure.
got a shout out to my dude Brian.
Yeah, we got a comment. Thanks, guys. Glad you're back. BT, let's go Texans. But yeah, I agree. But Moby, would you rather be hit high or hit low? Would you rather get your knees taken out or a head injury?
Honestly,
Neither.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, the chop blocks. Woo! I hurt my ankle up against Minnesota. I had to sit out a game. My second year from cut tackle
Ooh.
was not fun.
All right. Well, I got a question for you, Moby. Who is your most hated Jaguar player, and why is it Maurice Jones-Drew?
Actually, Maurice and I actually pretty decent friends. I haven't talked to him in a while. I got to give him a call. It's crazy.
I love Mauricio. I love MJD, but he always sits on the Texans. So
Yeah.
I gotta give a little jab
Most
back,
hated Jaguar player. Man, that's a good one. When we played him, I did not like the quarterback.
David
Gerard. David Gerard. Yeah, because he was just like.
Did he get to sack him?
No, I didn't get to sack him.
Damn.
Unfortunately, he didn't get him.
Lucky,
He was
huh?
just,
He's lucky.
oh no, he was pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, since there's no last words, Moby, thank you for coming on. Sorry we didn't get you on earlier. Tell the folks where we can find you and what some stuff you got going on.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. And Instagram is Moby Okoye 91, and Facebook is just Moby Okoye. And yeah, that's where you can find me.
All right, BT, tell them where they can find your amazing stuff on Reddit and Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to have a space tonight. So you can, if you follow Brown Chubby Bear, hop on. Let's see what you have to say. We're going to be talking about the Jags, a lot of stuff that we talked about today. Tonight on the podcast, we're going to talk about the Jags game, what you thought about the Chargers game. I also just want to tell everyone we are going to have Landry Locker on this show next week, so tune in. If you tune in live, you could probably ask some questions. So come on to the Texas Fan Battle. Watch it live next week. We're going to have Landry Locker. And then on Reddit, I'm on Chubby Brown Bear. And as A1 Day 1 Texan says, I piss off a lot of people. So come on. I'll annoy you too. Let's go.
And Chris Hall, man, we always love your spicy hot Cheetos. Tell them where we can find some of your takes.
Man, you can find me at Fifth Ward Crenshaw everywhere, man. Fifth Ward Crenshaw.
Everywhere. They better TM that. That's you. All right, bro. You can find me at A1 Day 1 Texans on Twitter. And of course, you can check the podcast at Texan Fan Battle everywhere. Like Moby said earlier about Instagram, make sure you follow our Instagram. We just got it up and running a couple weeks ago. So show us some love on Instagram. We got some good things of who's that player, Guess Who Friday, some great stuff going on. So you make sure you check that. And guys, before we leave, we can't forget one of the reasons why we're here. Our network Fan Battle has been sponsored by Manscaped. So if you like to take care of yourself, make sure you go to manscaped.com. Use the promo code Fan Battle. You get 20% off. You get free shipping. Man, in this time of needs, you can't go wrong with that. 20% off and free shipping. So definitely take advantage of that. And guys, till then, let's hope for a win. But we will see you next time. Have a good night.
Texans, baby.
Let's go Texans.